NHL Nightly with your host, the sportsman, a.k.a. Peter Lebowski, a.k.a. Jeremiah Maxwell. And with him, as always, maybe Pearlo, Wisdom, and Rico in Barrie.
What's up? We're expecting Rico here pretty soon, I think.
Should be coming on, yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
I'll message him right now.
Full slate of games tonight, 10 games. I thought Toronto got gifted a win tonight in Toronto. That doesn't happen.
I thought Florida scored in overtime on that.
Well, Florida scored in a shootout to go ahead, and then they reviewed the shootout goal that Rodriguez touched it twice. That happens.
Oh.
That happens never in any other town, in any other. I mean, the gift of living and playing in Toronto. Whatever.
I had Florida money line. Frick, I thought I won it.
Well, you didn't. The Leafs got the gift. Oh, looks like Penguins just scored 2 to make that game 2-2. Boy, I'll tell you what, though, man. Nashville not been bad. Oh,
got Nashville on that.
You got a little gift tonight from the fucking Situation Room tonight, huh?
Yeah, if it wasn't for the instant replay, the Leafs would not have won tonight.
Dude, here's my problem with it. The Leafs are catching the Panthers on a back-to-back. They just played Ottawa in a game where like half the damn teams got kicked out. They should have owned them in the third period. And they didn't play a good game. In my opinion, they didn't deserve to win the game. But,
No, but they did.
Yeah, I mean, you get this. I was telling Pearlo, the thing that bothers me is that fucking doesn't happen in any other NHL city. You don't get that gift of that Rodriguez goal looked good to me. Like, he got it twice? Okay.
Well, they did hit it twice. When they zoomed in on it, he hit it twice.
I mean, come on, dude. Where do they review that? What city do they review that in?
Well, I think they do. Anywhere.
They'll review shootout goals and overtime goals, I'm sure.
I have never seen them overturn an overtime shootout goal in any other city in the NHL ever.
They hit twice. I've seen that.
No, okay. I'm just saying it was pretty close too. Wow, Hurricanes working the Flyers tonight. They're back. They're all the way back. I got them in
regulation, so that's good. But
yeah,
it's kind of a back and forth night here.
Yeah, I don't have the scoreboard up to date, so I'm just going to go through the scores real quick. How about the Devils, who have been playing not good? Yeah, I disagree, Andrew. I didn't think it was a great ending. I think it's a crappy ending. I think if you're a Leafs fan, you want to win that game in regulation. The Leafs have had 9 games go to overtime. They need to start getting some separation points if they're gonna. Like right now, if the playoffs started tomorrow, they're a wild card team. Anyway, if I'm a Leafs fan, I expect more from that team. Anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. They should have owned that game.
Oh yeah, I'm not happy with the way the Leafs came out tonight. Happy they got the
game in regulation. They had plenty of chances. I love Austin Matthews' goal in the shootout. Why can't he get that done in the regulation?
Well,
and yet another too many men on the ice. They lead the NHL in those penalties.
Yeah. No, bench Minor for sure. That pissed me the hell off. And Matthews and Marner, 1 goal between them in the last 7 games, now 8 games.
Yeah, they're big time guys. Did you read? So there was an article today I read that if Dubas had not left, he was going to trade either Marner or Nylander, which I'll tell you right now might do that team some good. They just need to spread some talent out around there. I like the additions. And now with the relief that they're going to get from Klingberg. Anyway, I don't want to bury the lead. Let's see. Devils come back down 4-2, win the game 5-4. Huge win for the Devils because right now they're on the outside looking in. They needed to win against the Islanders. Boy, the Islanders are not good this year, boys. I think we all called that one. Leafs win one in a shootout. Catch the Panthers on a back-to-back. I think the Panthers had 15 shots in the first to the Leafs 7. It didn't look very good. Hurricanes beat the Flyers 4-1. Wild are up on the Blues. Wild make a coaching change. We're going to talk about that. John Hines in, Dean Evason out. A little sad to see Dean Evason, get fired. Penguins Preds 2-2. That's a little disappointing if you're a Preds fan because they were up 2-0. Stars up 1-0 against the Jets. That's the game I told my wife to watch. Blackhawks now up 4-2 with the Seattle Kraken. We will talk a little bit about the Corey Perry situation. And Coyotes Lightning. Coyotes up 1-0. They've been up for a while, actually. That's second. And the Oilers are up 1-0 on the Vegas Golden Knights. That's the game of the night. I think this is a rematch of the second round. And we'll see. Vegas has not been playing great. They have been shut out 4 times this year. And they got some injuries on their back end. I don't know who they're missing. But how's it going, boys? I'm still under the weather, so I apologize to everybody if I sound like a fucking.
I finally got over mine.
That one held on here, so I snowboarded the driveway for the first day of the year.
Oh, you guys got snow there, huh?
Yeah.
You know what's hilarious is it's been like above freezing and just like windy and warm here. It's 39 degrees here currently right now, Fahrenheit. So, and we're getting the wind. We're getting the Chinook winds, you know. So my driveway is a fucking ice rink now. We got all that snow when I first went to Toronto, and now it's all like ice. So
we don't have a drop of snow here in Edmonton, if you can believe that. Not a drop.
Yeah, I mean,
it was +5 today.
I thought you guys had gotten some snow already.
Yeah, it went away already.
Okay, you lost.
We don't have anything on the ground at all.
Well, you guys get those prairie Chinook winds. I've been in Alberta when there's 4 feet of snow on the ground, and then like these Chinook winds come in and it's gone.
No,
like
that's Calgary, not Edmonton. Calgary.
You don't get it up there in Edmonton?
No.
Okay.
We don't get the Chinook. No. We're not close enough to the mountains.
And then the final game of the night, which is starting right now as we drop the puck, is the Ducks Canucks. We have a trade to talk about too.
Yeah.
Anthony Beauvillier from the Canucks to the Blackhawks. So the Blackhawks already trying to replace Corey Perry, I guess. So
they just did the Canucks a huge favor there.
They're giving the Canucks some cap space. Well, if you're the Blackhawks, are you trying to change the narrative at all? Like, so I called this. I knew this was something. This was like Corey Perry with a staffer or like a lady that worked for the team or something. Something went down. Huh?
I'm hearing it has nothing to do with sex. It has to do with Corey Perry, the way he was acting towards the young players and stuff like that. And by sounds of it, Bedard was really annoyed by him and wanted him out.
That's not what they reported.
I heard it was like something to do with the conditioning staff member or something like that.
Yeah, dude. Look, the Blackhawks just came out and said they did an internal investigation.
On something? Okay.
It had nothing to do with the players or did you watch the David Pearlo? You got to come prepared, man. Like Davidson just had the press conference today where he was like, I'll find it for you so we can just play it. So you're not out of the loop and you don't look like a total jackass.
No, I just hope that this incident doesn't ruin the sterling reputation of the Chicago Blackhawks organization.
Oh, that's for sure. That's for fucking sure. Like, dude, of all the teams, like, handle your shit a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, if it was something like that, I guess it does make sense.
Well, I know what you think it is, but it wasn't any of that. So here we go.
They're somehow terminating his contract. So
because he violated team rules. He probably hit on a staffer or something. It was definitely inappropriate. By the way, Vegas tied it up. It's 1-1. He hit on this. I said this from the get, and the Bedard mom rumor thing is ridiculous. We're not even going to say that on here. That's fucking not fair to this kid, not fair to his family, not fair to put his name in any of the rumors at all. So Davidson says here, we're just going to throw this up here. I'm going to throw this up here. It's a 9-minute press conference. Going to watch the first 30 seconds probably. But here we go. I'll share this stream here. I'll share the, here we go. We're going to go. Let's go bigs here. All right. So Pearlo knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Start off by reiterating the organization is committed to a culture of accountability and upholding our values across our employees and players both on and off the ice. Last week, management was notified of possible misconduct by Coery Perry. We immediately pulled him from the game and conducted an internal investigation. Upon learning the findings of the investigation, we made the decision to terminate his contract. As this is an individual personnel matter, I will not be able to disclose any details related to the initial reporting, investigation, or the findings. However, I do want to be very clear on this one point. This does not involve any players or their families, and anything that suggests otherwise, or anyone that suggests otherwise, is wildly inaccurate, and frankly, it's disgusting.
Okay, we're going to end it on that note, because that's what they have all over social media. Okay? It's clearly nothing to do with any of the players, any locker room situation. It's an off-ice. I think it's with a member of the team and the Blackhawks and Coery Perry, okay? And the Blackhawks are uber sensitive now to things that are going down. So if anything was reported, like it sounds like it was, they're going to investigate it, which it sounds like Kyle Davidson and them did the best. They did everything by the book. Now, the reason they're not going to give specifics is because they owe Coery Perry $4 million, and the Players Association can fight him on it. Appeal it. Yeah. So they'll have to make their findings public to the Players Association, but I don't think it'll ever see the light of day. I'm going to share the stream. Thanks for everybody being in the chat. The Lucic thing, you can go watch the court thing. It's not good. I feel for the guy. I feel for the guy's family. It's a bad situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with the Lucic thing, man, it gives out his address and everything. Like, everybody knows where Lucic lives in Boston right now.
Yeah, no, I saw that. I felt... But I'll tell you what, Rico, if he doesn't come home drunk and assault his wife, none of this happens. So, I mean, part of me feels really bad for the guy.
Sure, man. I'm not saying it that way. I'm just saying, like, somebody's address gets publicly set out there for the world to see.
Well, that's what happens I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, when you live in I told you guys the difference between living in a commonwealth and a state. And Massachusetts is a commonwealth, and they do not protect spousal abusers.
Yeah.
Because that shit came out public, and anybody could go like F with Lucic. And I feel bad for the guy, but I also like, hey, bro, like maybe, and also like because you couldn't find your phone, like
I don't feel bad for the guy.
You catch your old lady and I maybe understand you overreacting a little bit, but this is a case where it sounded like he's just being a drunk asshole, and it sucks. So,
yeah, and he can have like 500,000 fucking women picketing outside his house tomorrow. That's fucking nuts. It's crazy. I don't think it's right at all. I never knew that they would put his address out there for the whole world to see. That's the only thing I'm saying.
Forget about him. It's not just him. The family is. Then now they know where his whole family lives. So you're not punishing him. It's the whole family.
Well, you're definitely punishing him. But look, I mean, the thing is,
the whole family now. The whole family has that problem.
Coyotes up 2-1. I think Edmonton just scored too. They're saying goal, but I don't know what happened here.
Good. We need some goals there. We need the over 6.5.
You guys have the over in this Vegas game? Boy, you haven't been watching them play lately. They haven't been scoring a lot.
Well, we took the over
we
when
did it live in game because they came out pumping pretty good.
Oh, I
because
see.
they were
I see
both going
what it
back and
is.
forth.
Janmark came down on Thompson's hands with his stick, and Thompson thinks he got interfered with. If I'm the
They
coach,
can
I
make it-
challenge it.
Yeah, that is goaltender interference. And this is going to get called back.
Yeah, I definitely am. Yeah, he comes down on him. I'll just say this.
It didn't get called back. Wow.
Well, did he? I don't think he challenged it.
No, nobody challenged that. Wow.
He didn't challenge it. Yeah.
If you
nope,
want
they're
to
dropping the puck. I'm kind of surprised, Cassidy. Just because Vegas has had, I think they have some injuries. So I'm going to look at their.
Yeah, Theodore.
Yeah, to the defense. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Defense. Martinez, Taylor.
Haig's been out for a while.
Yeah.
Theodore's out.
Yeah, Haig's out for them too. Okay, let me see what
Dude, I'm sweating this Minnesota Wild regulation win right now, man. It's been 2-1 since the freaking end of the first.
Yeah, I know. Me too. So when is Kane in the lineup? I haven't heard of when he's going to be in.
We haven't even talked about Patrick Kane going to the Detroit Red Wings. I'm assuming he plays tomorrow if they're gaming. They play the Rangers tomorrow. I think he plays.
Larkin's out.
What?
Larkin's
out?
Hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that sucks for them because he leads them in assists.
Yeah, they say Kane's wearing a C tomorrow night because Larkin's out.
What? Really?
No, that you saw that on the show thing. Vegas just tied it up. So right back at you, Vegas. Vegas tied it up. McNabb, I think.
All right, let's get the over, Pearlo. We just need
The
more.
over's looking good, buddy. The over's looking
So
good.
tomorrow we have 3 games on. So the game that will be on when we're live is the Capitals Kings. That doesn't come on until 10:30. Boy, the Caps have been abysmal. They just can't score. They're playing great defense, but they just can't score. They're getting no scoring. They hit the post. Ovechkin had the best pass I've ever seen to the front of the net. Tom Wilson, all he's got to do is tuck it in. Does not score. Brutal. So and they lose to the fucking San Jose Sharks. So our friend Jay says at this point Vegas is drowned and is struggling to come back in the sea. Well, I think Vegas is fine. They just have some injuries, Jay. I would just not worry about them whatsoever. They have good goaltending. Both their goaltending. Oh, penalty in the game. Did Edmonton actually take a penalty here at home? Nope, it's going against Vegas. Okay, big shock.
Anaheim is out shooting Vancouver right now, 4-0.
Boy, Vancouver's not played well the last couple of games either. They lost to the San Jose the other day, and they have not played well. What's the score in that game?
Is
that still?
Yeah,
4 shots. How about Brock Besser tied for the lead in the NHL goals, man? Boy, everything just. Have you noticed our top guy in the fantasy league? He has every Vancouver player, so that's gonna balance out. I think you and I are playing this week, Rico. You're probably gonna win. I've lost every week by like 1 point.
Dude, my Tage Thompson's done. I just got rid of Blake Wheeler and picked up Tyler Seguin. I was surprised that he was available.
I don't know how he's done. That game, that's an interesting game there. Stars up 1-0 on a Joe Pavelski goal. Pittsburgh Preds game, that's 2-2. Big Preds have been good. So if we started the playoffs today, I think these aren't going to change. Edmonton might make it in the West because nobody's any good in the West, but
no,
you don't have Vancouver, Edmonton. It's blacked out. Well, that's odd. So here's who'd make it for the Atlantic. It'd be Boston, Florida, Detroit. For the Metro, it would be the Rangers, Carolina, Flyers, and then the 2 wild card teams right now would be Toronto and Tampa Bay. I think those teams don't change. I think the orders change. Maybe you see the Flyers fall off. Capitals are only played 18 games, and they're only 1 point off the Flyers. But the Islanders with the loss tonight, only 22. New Jersey, you got to figure they're going to come back and play. And then, of course, Pittsburgh, everybody expects them to be. They're a 500 team. That's how they're playing. So, but hey, look, what about Columbus too? They've won a couple in a row. Got some points, so they're climbing out of the 500 depths. But Ottawa, not good. So we'll get there. We'll get to Winnipeg. The West is the Central is Colorado, Dallas, the Jets. I don't think that changes at all. Dallas or Winnipeg could swap. I like how both those teams are playing, but Colorado's playing lights out, just really good. Even with we didn't even talk about Gerard checking himself into the players' assistance thing, so he's going to be out. Probably the rest of the year. You don't think he'll come back
with him?
Vegas, Los Angeles, Vancouver. I think those teams stay relatively right there. I like Vegas being the best in the Pacific. LA is right there. They're
1-0 Canucks.
Oh, Canucks scored. Okay, yeah, Vancouver, and then Calgary, Edmonton. Then the two wild card teams right now are Calgary and St. Louis. But Seattle's right there too.
You named it, Beer.
Huh?
You named it. Who's tied for the league lead in goals right now?
Vancouver. Besser. He's
Besser
now
scored again.
In the lead if he scored. If it's Besser scoring, he's in the lead. Yeah. So that's good stuff.
Chronic assist prop, Pearlo.
Nice. Good job.
I have Besser for a goal. So.
Okay. Well, you got it, buddy. You got it. Yeah. Thanks, Spicy 4K. We got that information. I appreciate you. I don't have the scoreboard up tonight, boys. I just didn't have the energy in me. Had to feed the dogs. Wife's still recovering from
She doing okay though?
Yeah, she's doing good, man. She's moving around a lot. It just sucks because I've been really under the weather, so
it's tough when both of you guys are feeling it.
Well, she feels fine. She's just recovering. Oh my god, dude, look at this. Did you guys see Anders Lee? He took a stick to the face or something. I don't know. He's all bloody. Dude, man.
I think it was a pop
shot to the face earlier.
Oh, Sammy McKee says this. The Sammy producer on Real Kipper and Bourne. I have an idea for Matthews. Instead of grinning every time there's a scrum, get in there with your massive frame and look mad. I just don't think he has it in him, man. It sucks that he's not, that he doesn't like throw the hands a couple of times, but we'll see.
We've had a big center like that before in Toronto, and his name was Matt Sundin, and he was big for nothing.
Yeah, he was very good, but wasn't a very physical guy either. I totally get that. So,
but he probably would have punched a few people out if he even wanted to. Or at least make himself
oh my god. Yeah, Edmonton scored on a power play. Big fucking shock. Okay, 3-2. McDavid must be healthy now because he looks good. So
McDavid breakaway scores.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a 4-on-4 goal.
I don't think
was that?
Yeah. Oh, Pearlo, loving you over here, brother.
Oh yeah.
Edmonton regulation. I got the over. Let's go, Oil.
Well, Edmonton basically needs to win 75% of their games, so
yeah,
they got to win a lot of games here. But I don't know, man. Vegas, this is a big game for them. They need to stop the skid a little bit here. So, and I see them, I see them pushing for it. Yeah, this was a great story today. They had this Owen Mitchie kid behind the bench for the Flyers. Unfortunately, the Flyers laid an egg tonight. Flyers are starting to come down to earth a little bit too. I could see them.
You can't play the way they've been playing for an 82-game schedule, man. It's just too hard on the body and everything. I see definitely will be regression there, I imagine. I say the same thing about Vancouver too. I was just mentioning that, but here I have Vancouver tonight, and Anaheim is
Anaheim's got some injuries now, and they're just starting to come. I mean, look, nobody thought Anaheim was going to be a playoff team. So,
dude, you know what was the biggest killer for us last night? Me and Pearlo was fucking Boston laying an egg at Columbus.
I'm telling you, Columbus been playing good since they had the benching thing, and
but that had very little to do with Columbus playing good. That was the worst game I've seen Boston play in probably 7 years.
Except for they lost to the Red Wings like 4-0 the day before.
Well, but they played better in that game. Like they played. I don't even know. I would if you told me, like, if I couldn't see the sweater, I never would have believed that was the Boston Bruins last year. Never.
Yeah, I mean, Columbus has actually got some talent on that team. They're gonna put it together at some point, you think?
Yeah, I still think they missed the playoffs by quite a bit, but it's just.
So who do you think's better, Columbus or Philly?
I said that Philly was going to be ahead of Columbus in the standings before the season started. I had Philly almost close, like not a bubble, but just below the bubble, and Columbus last place.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of right where Philly's in the playoffs right now, but the Caps got a couple games behind them. If the Caps get 1 point in the next 2 games, they're in a playoff position. So I don't know. They're showing this stat that McDavid had 2 goals, 10 assists, and 4 even strength points with Woodcroft, and now with Knobloch, he has 16 assists, 6 goals, and he's a plus 11 or something. I don't think that has jack and shit to do with the coach.
Yeah,
I think it has to do with the coach too, not because he's a bad coach, but because he will not play the way Woodcroft wanted to play.
I think he did the same thing. I don't think it had anything to do with the coach whatsoever, Pearlo. You think the coach was the problem in Edmonton?
No. I don't think coach was the problem. I think McDavid will not play the way Woodcroft wanted to play, and they need to play the way Woodcroft wants to play if they're ever going to win a cup.
Okay.
But he won't do it.
Fair enough.
That's what I think.
I hear what you're saying.
They did it to tip it too.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that was a bad firing too, but
yeah, that's what I think. I don't think Woodcroft is a bad.
Oh yeah. Minnesota Wild, another goal.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is Hines behind the bench? Are you watching that game? Is Hines behind the bench?
Yeah, Hines is behind the bench.
Okay. So I did not realize. I guess John Hines was the Wilkes-Barre Scranton, which is the Penguins AHL head coach for like 5 years. So yeah, KQ agrees with you, Pearlo. He likes that point that you made about Woodcroft. I'm also surprised he didn't get a sniff from a couple of the other teams that are going to be looking. Look, I'll tell you right now, I don't know what Ottawa's doing, but they need to fire DJ Smith because that ain't just working.
Oh yeah,
that game was Ottawa, man. Ottawa was so chippy when they were out of the game. It was 4-0, and then they were all chippy, and I was like, okay. I was like, you're getting your ass handed to you though. So,
yeah,
Canucks are on the power play here. Tampa scored 2-1. Well, I'll tell you what, man. Do not sleep on Arizona, man. They are winning games that they're not supposed to win. Just saying.
I have Arizona to beat Tampa today.
That's a good pick because they're winning.
Yeah, I'm on them too.
Braden Point.
That's not because I think Arizona's a great team. I think it's because I picked the Lightning to miss the playoffs.
I like Arizona's team. I know they're a little thin on the back end, but like I like their forward core is. I put them up.
Be right back.
Yeah, they got a good forward. They got a better forward.
Pearlo, that Schmaltz, Keller, Cooley line. Jeez,
it's going to be great,
dude. They are great. I think number 2 in like points off each other like is Schmaltz and then Keller Schmaltz or whatever, 2-3 or whatever.
Pulled up over 82, but it's going to be a very exciting team and not too distant future. I think, for sure.
Yeah.
They need defense, though. Really bad, really bad. Connor Ingram's been really keeping them in quite a bit.
This will be a bad loss for Seattle if they can't get some points out of this.
This is bad. This is really bad. Yeah, they can't be losing this game.
Bernier's got his 4th tonight, though. That'll be good. They need to get him going. Like, they need to get 30 or 35 goals out of him. He needs it too.
I don't think he's ever going to be that guy. I think he's like a 25, 55.
Yeah, I mean, they need that. They need that. I mean, right now he's on pace for about 25.
Yeah, somewhere around there. I think that's probably where he's going to be now. Yeah. He's like an O'Reilly. Nothing wrong with that.
No, especially if you get the defensive play. So
really good defensively already for a young guy his age. Yeah, he's really good. So
yeah, I mean, I think it's clear, Andrew, that the Sharks are going to be the worst team in the NHL. But they ain't playing bad right now, and they're doing okay.
They're surprising guys with their work ethic when they come in. People are under.
Yeah, I really like Quinn. I don't know, for whatever reason it didn't work out in New York, but like I think he's a good coach. Huh?
I agree with you 100%. Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, Chicago right now has 12 points. San Jose has 12 points. Edmonton has 15. Minnesota has 14. Columbus has 18. Ottawa has 16. Of those teams that are in the bottom, I mean, Edmonton is obviously a surprise, but they're, the big shocker to me is how bad Ottawa is. And I'll tell you, like Steve, I have to say, I do not think it was their goaltending whatsoever. I thought Korpisalo stood on his head, kept him in the game early, and they just aren't getting any defensive play whatsoever. They're not as physical as they were last year. Last year, when you went into Ottawa, it felt like kind of like Philly. You knew you played them. You may not win Ottawa may not win the game, but it sure feels like they didn't feel like they were that tough to play against. And I know there was a bunch of penalties and stuff, but like, it was kind of a cheap shot comeback hit from, like, I just felt like Florida went in there, just played their game. They look really good. They're not getting the scoring from Tkachuk this year, but we'll see how that goes. I'm interested to see how that shapes out. So
I don't see how they have a game plan from game to game. Like, I just think DJ Smith is a terrible coach. Sheldon Keefe is a terrible coach. Both of them got to go.
The game against Florida was terrible. Too many mistakes that happen in might or mini might leagues. This is from Salty. Yeah, we need you, buddy. We need you. We need you in here, Salty. Glad you're in here. Thank you. Yeah, so real quick scoreboard update, and then we'll kind of recap. We'll wait for Rico to come back, and then
Minnesota won, right? Yeah.
No, I don't think that game's over. Oh, it is over. 3-2, 3-1 over final. Yep, 3-1. Eriksson Ek, boy, he's having a good year. Kaprizov been invisible though. Old Boldy scored. That's big. I have him. Yeah. Oh, here we got Rico back. Okay. Rico, what jersey are you rocking tonight? Is that the Morgan Riley?
The Leafs, Matthews.
Oh, Matthews. Oh, you don't have the A on there. You don't have the A. You got it before you got the A, huh?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, I got this one a while back.
Yeah. Though I love that jersey, though. I think that is one of the nicest looking jerseys. Oh, I'm going to have that picture of us from the intro and added to the intro.
Sweet, buddy.
School's been picking up. Only 3 weeks left in the semester. All right, Salty, good luck, man. We may have lost you, but I hope you're back with us, buddy. Real quick update. Pittsburgh going to OT. This is not good for them, man. They need to win games outright. I mean, this is a non-conference game, but hopefully the Nashville wins this game. Stars up 2-0 now. Sagan, but a nice pickup there, Rico. He got his 7th goal. That was a good pickup.
Yeah, I don't like Blake Wheeler to begin with, so you know what, if I can get rid of him.
Well, I just don't think he's getting 3rd and 4th line minutes, and he's scoring okay, but like Rangers don't need him. I mean, like they've been playing well without Adam Fox. They're getting him back though. Adam Fox is back in the lineup. Vegas on the power play.
Wheeler has been playing better lately, kind of just
No, but Sagan's a nice ad. Sagan's is a guy. He's playing 3rd line now, I think, a little bit. He's still a pretty high end skill guy to be playing up against 3rd line guys. So you expect he's going to have some points and stuff. So, just to give a quick update in the scores, the games that are still live, 1-0 Canucks still. There's 4 minutes left in that game. Ducks are on the power play. 4:55 left in the first. Excuse me. Gold Knights on the power play. 5:27 left in the seconds. 3-2 Edmonton. Coyotes up 2-1. Huh?
Nashville won in overtime.
Oh, did they? All right.
Nice.
I needed that. Oh, I needed that.
So did I.
Good. Stars on the power. Jets have an empty net. 57 seconds left in that game. I cannot believe that game's almost over.
I can't believe I didn't take the under in that game. I was freaking mad.
Dude, both those teams have been playing good. This is a good win for the Stars, but honestly, man, Jets, you can hang your head high. They've been playing some really good
I needed
It was a tough spot for them. They just came back off Eastern road trip, and it was a tough one at that. So that was a bad spot. They could still win it though, so I better shut up.
Who scored for Nashville overtime? It hasn't updated.
I don't know. Forsberg, it looks like.
Oh, yep, Phil Forsberg.
Yeah.
Philip Forsberg. Yeah. All right. Andrew, we were just talking about the games of the night, and then we're gonna
Dallas 2-0, yeah.
Yeah, that game's over. I mean, there's 30 seconds left with an empty net. That game's gonna be over. 17 minutes left in the Kraken.
I need Kraken goals, man. I need Kraken goals like
Kraken need Kraken goals. They can't be losing to one of the worst teams in the league, man. They need to. I mean, they're fighting for a playoff spot. They got to keep winning games. Oh, did I get a message? I got a friend I've been trying to reach that lives in Israel, and
it's just Chicago. I mean, they don't have a very good defense. I wouldn't doubt if Seattle comes back and ties this up.
Yeah, I need Seattle team total at least.
Yeah, it's just like I was saying before the season when I said that I reneged on my missed the playoffs for Seattle, but when you got a high shooting percentage like that for a season, it doesn't usually translate into the next season, and they're struggling. They are struggling.
Who's struggling?
Seattle.
Yeah, they're just not getting the scoring they got last year. They missed Donato and they missed Sprung, man. Those guys put the puck in the net. Donato has a goal tonight for Chicago, I think.
No,
yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of McCann.
No, it was Dickinson and Kachuk and
so
Tyler Johnson.
I got Entwistle, Tyler Johnson.
Entwistle scored. Tyler
Kachuk.
Johnson scored.
Yeah. Kachuk and those are the 4 goal scorers. Dickinson had a hat trick against the Leafs, didn't he, the other day?
Yeah.
He's got 7 goals, man. That Entwistle, I like that guy. I always am hearing his name. Like, he's always making plays. So, Let's see what's going on there. So, what do you guys think of the Patrick Kane? Yep, that game is final. Stars win 2-0. Edmonton on the power play again. Wow, every time I look up, someone's on the power play in this game.
Yeah, this is just.
God forbid Edmonton plays 5v5 at all. Like, that's where you're gonna win games in the playoffs, boys. Like,
I know. Yeah.
You know, we know you can score at an alarming rate on the power play, or when it's 4-on-4, or when it's 3-on-3. But when it's a 5-on-5 and you can't use your God-given abilities to outrun everybody,
so I'm saying Woodcroft knew that, and he was teaching them how to play 5-on-5, and they have no interest. So
yeah, they just scored. Big shock. Big shock. They just scored on the power play. Big shock.
Edmonton will come back. They'll be in the wild card, and then
I think they're going to make the playoffs at this point, just because everybody else in the West.
And then they'll lose to Vegas 4 straight. That's my prediction.
Well, they won't even play them in the first. Oh, because they'll be a wild card team. Yeah, they might play them in the first round. Yeah. Well, but look. Okay, so let's just do the math. Okay, I don't like Edmonton against Vegas. I sure as hell don't like them against LA. In fact, I think LA is a worse matchup for them. They're so deep down the middle. They haven't even gotten any minutes from Arvidsson this year. Like, he's been banged out. They're so deep in the LA Kings. Defensively, they're deep. So, okay. So let's go to the Central. Let's just say, for instance, Edmonton in their wild card, they play a Central team. I don't like them to beat Colorado. No way. No how. Colorado. The only thing about Colorado, I'm a little bit Georgiev. Let's see. But, like they lost in the second round to Seattle, right? They lost in the first round to Seattle in 7 games. So, yeah, I like Trevor Moore for them too. So, like, I don't like Edmonton over Dallas or the Jets right now either. So there's 5 teams in the West I don't think they can beat. I think they could beat Calgary. I think they could beat Arizona if Arizona makes it in. They could beat Minnesota. Our Hot Take Hockey's with us. Appreciate you being with us. He says, I knew Trevor Moore was going to be a good top 9 guy, but I didn't know he was going to be this good. So right now, I just don't like them against any of the top 5 West teams. We'll see. I mean, like I said, they should have been a playoff team from the get. So, Vancouver. Do you like them over Vancouver? I forgot about Vancouver. I don't like Edmonton over Vancouver. If Vancouver's making moves, man, they're making moves. Something's happening. If that move with Beauvillier, they're trying to add some defensive depth. I think they're hurting defensively. They've got some injuries, and that's why
maybe they're going to borrow.
They haven't been the same since Susie got injured
from Calgary.
Yeah, I like the Susie ad and I like the Ronick ad, but I just think that, like, who do you think they're adding? Zadorov?
They do trade with Calgary, so I wouldn't be surprised if
Zadorov would be a great pickup for them for sure. Yeah,
they could use him in that lineup.
Or Hanifin, but Hanifin wants to go to the United States.
I don't know that that's entirely true now.
I think if he's going to go,
I don't think Trevor Moore is Dominic Moore's brother, Andrew. I think Dominic Moore's brother was Steve Moore that was taken out by Todd Bertuzzi. That was Dominic Moore's brother. Yeah, I don't think Trevor Moore's related. Moore's a pretty good
grandson. He's married.
I take Hockey says that he believes if the Leafs don't trade for Zadorov, he thinks the Islanders get him. Yeah, the Islanders. We didn't even talk about this last time we met. Pellick is out for the Islanders like LTIR. It sounds like he's gone for the year.
Oh, yeah. Watch out.
So that's going to be a big one. I was going to pop on this.
You know,
the Leafs getting to go
Conroy a little bit to get them too.
Brad for living there and everything. It does make a lot of sense if the Leafs get Zadorov for sure.
It's not like Zadorov is like going to fetch a first round or second round pick either. I mean,
I don't know.
Sorry, go ahead, Pearlo.
I would give a second for Zadorov at the deadline for sure.
I don't think the problem is the Leafs don't have a second. The Leafs don't have a second for like 3 years or something.
Yeah,
I'll look at their cap friendly. But I think they have their first, but they don't have a second. The Leafs are going to have to give up that kid, Fraser Minton or something, to get anything good, I think. Because I think there's so many teams in need. I just think this is such a seller's market right now. I think if you're – yeah, boy, Vegas better find their game, though, man. They just haven't been playing very good lately, as of late.
I think Calgary, if they do trade Zadorov, though, they're going to want to they're going to want a player in return. Seattle just scored.
Beautiful.
Oh, that's big. Is that the over for you guys? 6.5 was the over, right?
6.5.
I don't have the over. Team total over. We need one more.
That's 7 right there. That's 7 total.
Yeah,
so
I need another goal from Seattle too, because we got team total over 3.5 for the Kraken.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they need another goal too. I'm trying to get that game to pull up.
I said that I thought Seattle was going to tie this up, and I still do. Cartier gets it. The kid.
That Cartier is a player, man.
Yeah,
He's gonna
got
be,
the
yeah.
Peters point prop taken care
That's
of.
his fourth. He has the same amount of goals as Bernier's. 4 goals on the season.
Yep.
And he's a product of their minor league, the Coachella.
They already got 12 minutes. They can pot another one. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to see this. Seattle needs it, man. They got to get at least a point out of this game. This is a must win for the Kraken, I think. And honestly, I'll tell you what, if I'm the Golden Knights, I got to get a point out of this game too. You got to keep Edmonton from getting a full 2 points in the division. You got to get a point out of this game.
Vegas just had a brutal schedule the last several games.
Yeah, they got some injuries, like you guys were saying, but they just haven't been playing really good hockey either.
Well, the schedule.
They're catching Edmonton. Edmonton's got all the confidence in the world now, thanks to the Washington Capitals.
I don't think any team would do well with the schedule they had the past 7 or 8 games. It was terrible. So get them out of this schedule, and they'll come climb it. They'll start winning like they would before, for sure. Even with their injuries. Not to mention, after you win a cup and you go like going through a schedule like that early in the season, it's hard to get up for a lot of games.
I actually was so impressed with how they started. So hot takes is a first if need be. Man, I wanted to ask John if he wanted to come on and talk a little bit about that Beauvillier trade and what he thinks, where he thinks.
He's carrying a big cap hit, Beauvillier, man.
Yeah. That's why they had to trade him to Chicago.
Over 4 mil, man.
Yeah, that's the deal.
I was wondering why Vancouver didn't have to give up a pick to get rid of him.
They did.
Then didn't they get a 5th back, or did they give up? They got a 5th rounder back.
Oh, right? Chicago gave him a 5th. Yeah, but you know what? Though?
I'm surprised Vancouver didn't have to give up a pick to get rid of that contract. But then Rico helped me realize that they were below the cap floor.
Oh yeah, Chicago. That's why they gave Perry $4 million. Yeah, they needed. No other team in the NHL was going to give Corey Perry $4 million to play. This is why it's crazy that he what happened with him. Dude, you got like a gift contract. I'm not saying he wouldn't be playing in the league, I'm sure, but he'd be paying league men. I mean,
for sure.
Tampa wasn't paying him but $1 million a year. So it was I mean, dude, I think the guy's a difference maker if you have him on your team. I'm trying
But
to get this.
to the extent of what he did, I wonder if he's going to resurface this year.
I think it's really gonna see how quickly the players union appeals it. But honestly, there ain't gonna be a single. They're not gonna be a. I'll say this: if he wants to play, he needs his contract to be terminated because nobody can pick him up, and Chicago's not going to retain because of this whole situation. This is why they brought Beauvillier in, so they could get to the cap floor. I think too, Pearlo. They just need players. They need NHL bodies on that team. Watch Beauvillier go off. Here's a guy they've been. Oh, hey, Rick Smith's in the chat with us. He says Oilers are going after Reimer.
Floor, though. They had to get $4 million back, or they're under the cap floor, and they would have got penalized.
Hey,
no, I know.
James Reimer to the Oilers, man. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I don't think that fixes their problem whatsoever.
No, it doesn't, but it helps it.
It'll help it a little bit.
A little bit. He's better than Skinner and Campbell.
Yeah, I think you're going to have Skinner and Reimer probably the rest of the way. I don't think they bring back Jack Campbell. I heard he had a shutout the other day, though.
Did he? Maybe.
Yeah.
Wow,
the other team didn't get a shot on goal.
He had like a 30 save shutout or a 30 save shutout or something. Yeah.
Good for him.
Jack Campbell is one of those guys. He reminds me of the line from Miracle. It's like Jim Craig. When he has his game, he's hard to beat, man. He's a big guy. He should just
very often.
Well, it just hasn't happened for him really at all. I thought honestly he was not the reason the Leafs didn't advance. And, you know, the series they lost to Tampa, the one where Tavares got injured, you know, they should have won that series. Then last year when they beat Tampa, I didn't think they deserved to win it. So, yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'll say this. Go ahead.
Sorry. He's got a 3.22 and a .884 in Bakersfield.
I think the Canucks will look to add some veteran D-man. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Eric Johnson or Justin Schultz. Yeah, I don't think Seattle's going to trade Justin Schultz right now. Oh, empty net, 6-on-5. Must be a delayed penalty on the Blackhawks. I've been trying to get this game to pull up for a while. This is what happens when you have to like illegally stream your fucking game. I'm reading about
who's saying illegal here? There's nothing illegal going on.
No, I know. I'm just talking. I read in a book somewhere. Maybe don't black it out for Alaska, you fucking pricks. Tyson Berry. Yeah, Tyson Berry would be an interesting ad. Tyson Berry to British.
But you forgot the LMAO at the end of it.
FBI open up. Yeah. I somehow think the FBI is not going to come after a lonely guy trying to stream a cracking game in Alaska. Just saying. I think they might question the NHL's blackout things. Really? That game's blacked out? That doesn't make any sense. It's not like you could just drive to the arena. Which, by the way, it's in fucking Chicago tonight anyway. So any game that's not played in Seattle shouldn't be blacked out regardless.
You're going to see the FBI pull up on a little boat on your pond outside your house with a little fucking telescope with a beeping red thing on it.
Except for the lake is frozen, Rico. So if somebody's out there in a boat, I'm really going to question their intelligence.
Oh, man. All right. We need a cracking goal, fellas.
Let's get her.
Yeah. I had this conversation with EJ Raddick at the Hall of Fame. I was like, dude, yeah, NHL Network. Why can't we pay $5 to get the NHL Network on Hulu? He's like, I know it's on. Yeah, I go, yeah, I can get Football TV. It costs $80 fucking a month.
Yeah. With the illegal stuff.
What now? Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that.
Oh yeah, you see the hot take hashtag favorite story right there.
No, don't. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I see what he's writing in the chat. I'm gonna boot his ass. Hey, Salty, put hot take hockey in a timeout. Anyway,
yeah, she's funny in the crowd.
Yeah, we had a good time in Toronto, man. I had a lot of fun. I miss you guys already.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Pearlo's next, man. We gotta get Pearlo on the road.
Yeah, we gotta get to Edmonton, man. I want to go to Edmonton Mall. We gotta get to Edmonton. I heard their arena's really nice. I wouldn't mind going.
Yeah,
to see
the arena's nice. The arena's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get some blue bulls.
Because it's so depressing in Edmonton in the winter. That's why they built the West Edmonton Mall, to give people something to do there. Because it was just
but people that live here don't go there. It's all tourists. Yeah. I mean, I can't say no Edmonton people.
Isn't it like the second biggest mall in the U.S. or the world or something?
It's like that and the Mall of America. Those are like the two biggest malls in North America.
Seattle sorry, that was a replay.
Oh God, Pearl got your hypes up there.
Shit, Pearl.
Yeah. It's the 6th largest mall in the world, which is pretty impressive when you consider there's only 1.2 million people live here.
Well,
but
it was
all
the
the
Mall
other
of America and West Edmonton
malls, they have like millions and millions and millions of people.
Guaranteed there's big malls in like Asia that like are.
Yeah, the largest one is in
Singapore,
China, I believe. Yeah, is it Singapore?
I don't know. This is just me guessing.
I think it's China. I was looking it up before, but
probably.
I think it's China. The Philippines is number 4.
Why don't we just go with North America?
Minnesota would be I think it's the largest in North America still.
I went to the Mall of America
have
before.
Decaf coffee this late at night, buddy. I think that's why it's called decaf. Oh, Rick Smith saying he played on the rink there at West Edmonton Mall.
That's
sick. Yeah, so did I. I played in the rink there too.
I will say this, in Alaska, we do at the Diamond Mall that's not far from we have a pretty cool Dave & Buster's, which is Rico, you guys have it. There's one right there in Toronto. I went to it with those guys from Moncton, those crazy dudes. Oh, those guys went to the strip club afterward and sent me their their bill of how they spent. I'll have to show you that shit. I'll text you. That's hilarious. Homeboy dropped about $3,500 in about an hour and a half there.
You guys went to Dave & Buster's?
No, I didn't go to Dave & Buster's. I went to something else in Toronto that's like a Dave & Buster's.
It's called the Rec Room. It's right across.
The Rec Room, that's it. Yeah. So we have a Dave & Buster's at the Diamond Mall here, but they have an ice rink in the mall here too, which is pretty cool. And it's lower level, so you can stand up on these balcony and look down and watch people skate. It's really cool. We got to get you guys to Alaska.
Man. Which strip bar did they go to?
Oh, I'll tell you. I got to look. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't, I wasn't interested in going to any of that shit while I was there.
For your eyes only, or Brass Rail, maybe?
Brass Rail, that's the name.
Was it the Brass Rail?
That's the name. Yeah, here, I got to find it.
If it's still there, I was at the Brass Rail with my buddy years ago, and we were sitting there having a drink, and guess who walks by? Maglio Ordonez from the Detroit Tigers.
I remember Maglio Ordonez.
Hey, Maggie, what's up? And he turned around. And
Andrew Boucher is saying the Rec Room is amazing. Oh, okay, that's the guy. Yeah, but it's spelled R-E-C, I think. R-E-C.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so in the States, Andrew, that's Dave & Buster's. I was like, this is Dave & Buster's. Now, you had some games, like you had Rush Pinball. We don't have that here. But we had, but you had a lot of the games were basically the same. So, yeah, Brass Rail.
That's
12 November.
That's where Alex Rodriguez used to get his photo taken by people from the Toronto Sun, because all the the baseball players would go to the Brass Rail.
I just sent you their bill. Here's what they spent: $393, $660, $50, $660, $390, $660. Anyway, I texted it to you. You could see his thing. He goes, yeah. He goes, The Godfather blew this in an hour. Ha ha ha.
Seattle has a two-man
Holy
advantage
shit,
now.
dude.
Oh, two
Wow,
man
these
Seattle-
guys are messing around. These guys
Seattle's
from
got a
Moncton are messing
5-on-3,
around.
Rico. Seattle's
What?
got a 5-on-3.
Sweet.
Mhm.
I'd love to watch that game,
Dude,
but I cannot. Oh, I got
Dude,
it
this-
finally. Holy shit.
this brass rail bill is unbelievable.
I know, I told you.
Holy boy,
Yeah.
those guys from Moncton were really letting the hair down, eh?
I guess this guy JF, that he didn't even go with them. He's like, it was like the other 5 guys. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I didn't even look into it. I heard they have some pretty, I guess if you and John would have wanted to go, we could have or something, but like it's the only benefit to going to a place like that is if you're trying to stay out late and like stay up for breakfast or something. Like everything closes in that town at 2 a.m. I don't know, man. My old days here in Alaska, everything shuts down at like 3. You could go to after hours clubs at 4. We'd always go to these shitty restaurants like Village Inn or whatever.
Yeah,
Oh, you want to do a sled dog ride, huh, Rick? Well, you could probably do that in Canada too. I'm sure there's. So, okay, yeah. Let's see.
Pearlo cracking scoring or what?
Yeah, I don't know. They're on a timeout, I think.
The 5-on-3 just started.
This is big, dude. They gotta score here.
Come on,
Oh, Rick says brass rail, lasting my ass off. I've been there a lot. Been there, done that. LL $1 million Latin Quarter, and yeah, that's
the brass rail. It's right on Yonge Street. Like you could walk by it and you would blink and you're by it. But if you know, you know. Like it's just.
I honestly, dude, I unenjoyed going into the little sports bars and just bullshitting with people like we did. That was just the way. I mean, that's kind of how I like to roll. I just like to meet new people and have a good time. Let's you know, I guess you're putting a girl through college if you go to the brass rail or something, but like,
oh fuck, those guys from Moncton, I think, put her through university at least a year anyway. Man, that was Godfather 69 Leaf jersey.
Yeah, I wish you would have got to hang out with those guys. I would have, John. I wish those guys would have came out with us afterwards.
Oh my God, the Kraken got a pound one here. Holy jeez.
So the 2-man advantage is over. Now they just have the 55-second.
Holy man.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with you and John in Toronto, and you know, like,
I haven't laughed like that in a while, man. That was fucking good.
Dude, I'm glad, man. I'm glad. It was worth every penny, man. I enjoyed it so much. We're doing it again, bro. I'm coming there again. I'm getting tickets for you guys again. We're doing this again. Yeah, Rick, you should have got together with us. I don't know why you didn't. Rick, I gave you my number so you could have come out. I was hoping you would come to the Leaf game, man. And if you would have wanted to come, I would have bought you a ticket, man. Because we had a good time, Rick. I would have loved to have seen you. We didn't. There's no age limit here, man. Like wouldn't have. I don't care. I want to spend time with people I like, and I like you. Yeah. So still, it's 4-on-3 now, or 5-on-4 now, right? 30 seconds left in this power play. Oh my God, dude! The worst thing that could happen is they get a big rebound.
Holy God.
I mean, Grubauer can't be giving up 4 goals either if you're Seattle.
Yeah.
He's not a great goaltender.
Well, he was pretty good down the stretch for them. He played great in the playoffs for them, you know. I mean, oh my.
Yeah.
Wenberg. Come on. They need Bjorkstrand, Wenberg, these guys to step up and get some goals. How about Chicago having 4 goals and nothing from Bedard? It's almost shocking.
I got a Bedard.
He doesn't score. He's been so good for
Bedard goal prop too.
Oh, did you have a Bedard goal? Well, that could still happen because they're going to probably pull the goalie here.
Yeah, maybe he gets one in an empty net, but I'd rather have Seattle score.
Well, Rico needs it too, right? Rico needs it.
Big time. I mean, I got the McCann and the Beniers point props, which probably evens me out on this game. But if Seattle scores another goal, I'll come out on top on this one anyway.
Come on.
Yeah, I was just
yeah, Kraken going to pull the goalie here, I'm pretty sure, within the next minute or so.
Probably about a minute and a half left.
Canucks on the power play. Boy, that's a low-scoring game, too.
Yeah, Corey Perry's at home pulling his goalie. Fuck, why can't the Kraken?
Pulling his goalie.
3-1 Coyotes.
Yeah, I had the Coyotes.
Love the Yotes tonight. Love them.
Yeah. Well, they're good at home, man.
Yeah, man.
That Carbone, 2 goals tonight, man. That guy's good.
Lawson Krause point? No, maybe no.
I think Lawson Krause is out for them.
Oh, is he? I'll get that bet.
He's out. Then. I think he's injured. Yeah, I think he's injured. So.
Oh no, he's playing. Yeah,
Rick, you would have fit in fine with us, buddy. We had a good time. And we would have loved to have you. You're a fucking Canadian hockey legend, man. We would have had a good time.
Yeah, Rick, it was just like hanging out with old friends, man. I never met these guys in my life. We just talk on here and stuff, but it's like I didn't care what age anybody is, where they're from, anything. We just had such a good time shooting shit.
Well, you and I are pretty close to the same age, Rico. I think we're only a year apart. But Hot Take Hockey is like 24 something. Like, yeah. I mean, I am old enough to be his dad, and we had a great time.
Yeah, so, I don't think of age when I hang out with people, man.
Andrew, unacceptable. When people come into the chat and they say they're late, I'm always just like laugh my ass off. Like, dude, you're good, man. You can come whenever. And I'm sorry you're sick. I'm not feeling well either. But yeah.
Yeah, no, man. Andrew, you're awesome. It's always have you in the chat, man.
Dude, and then Hot Take Hockey getting to meet Morgan Riley at the sports bar was cool. And I didn't see it go down. I didn't see him there or nothing. And then I walk across to my hotel and Morgan Riley's standing there with all his family. And I'm like, that's Morgan Riley. And I just went up to my room. I didn't want to bother him with his family or anything. But John got a perfect opportunity to get a picture with him and everything. So that's really cool, man.
Well, he got a picture with him a long time ago too, eh? He did like the before and after picture with him. I think John was like just a young lad, and he took a picture of Morgan Riley. Then he put it side by side with the pic from that night. So that wasn't his first picture with him.
So anyways, we never did talk about Kane.
Yeah, I like the move. I mean, I thought if he went to Florida, Buffalo, Detroit, I thought those were all really good fits for him. I thought anywhere else, Carolina would have been an interesting one too, but they just aren't the type of team to bring a guy like that in. So
Detroit felt like one of the first teams that came out having him because of DeBrincat, right? And it turned out that all these other teams, maybe that drive the price up and stuff to drive the demand, but I think being so close to Chicago, comfortable around the area and stuff, and again playing with DeBrincat in the way Detroit started the year, 11-6, probably helped as well too.
I agree with that assessment. I think.
We'll see what he's like. I mean, that's a really tough injury to.
But Detroit has so much forward depth, though. They can move him up and down the lineup. You got Fabry on the fourth line there.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I think they might end up trying to trade him or something if they like.
That's a good point.
Yeah. This is why I don't believe they're going to trade Reimer. I love all these rumors with they need him right now to be the backup to Alex Lyon.
Well, they're not going to trade Reimer unless they're out of the playoffs, and right now it doesn't look like that.
Yeah, they're not missing the playoffs this year, boys. Yeah, no, I know,
Yeah,
Rick. Rick, I think a lot of people thought Toronto was a possibility too, especially with. I wouldn't have been shocked, man, especially with what's his name going on LTIR. They only signed him for like $2 million or something, right?
What, Reimer going to Toronto?
2.75.
Well, he was training in Toronto, from what I understood. Kane was training in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
He was skating there, probably because there's just more ice availability there and stuff. Probably was. I mean, I'm assuming he still lives in the Chicago area, but I'm guessing there's not a lot of extra ice in Chicago. Like where in Toronto, you've got probably a little bit more. Oh, Ducks got tied it up 1-1.
No,
Oh, shit.
don't like that. Don't like that.
No.
They're out shooting Vancouver big time. I had it in my head. I had it in my head that if Vancouver played like this in this game, that like I said, I thought there was going to be regression. Now I'm really thinking about even more.
Well, they have some injuries. Susie's out for them, and they're missing a couple. I think is Tyler Myers out. They have a couple of their back end. This is why they needed to move Beauvillier. They need to add defensive depth.
Yeah, they need defense bad.
Yeah,
you can't get outshot 19-8 by the Ducks. There's no way. 20-8.
Rick, the score of the Oilers game is 4-2. Oilers. Oilers have 26 shots on goal to the Vegas Golden Knights 19. So
it's only the second period, but
Kraken game's over. Fucking black.
Oh, is it over?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, 4-3 final score.
Damn it.
You didn't even get the Bedard empty netter, huh?
Took a loss on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how are we doing in that Coyotes game?
Coyotes 3-1. We're good.
Yes, 8 minutes to go.
Unfortunately, I had the over too. So Tampa's got a power play. Tampa's got a power play.
Oh, Tampa power play? Good. I got a Tampa power play prop. I think I've got Kucherov power play point. Yeah.
Well, didn't they get a goal already in this game? Was that a power play goal?
Oh, it wasn't. Braden Point scored even strength from Point Kucherov.
I think all the goals in this game have been even strength. So,
yeah, because Arizona has one of the worst power plays, and Tampa has a top 5 power play, and Arizona has a bad penalty kill. So, it's like
Andrew, my wife would be happy for you having the coffee there. I think she was in the chat encouraging you to drink coffee earlier. Go all in, Andrew, with the caffeine. There she is.
As far as the Kane thing, I don't know how good he's going to be. He's got to be way better than he was last year, though. Way better.
Everything I've heard from reports are that he looks really, really good. But look, Backstrom, Jovanovski, all these guys that have had this stuff, they never make a recovery. So we'll see. Now, Kane, it was like, oh, but Backstrom's 35. Yeah, Kane's 34. So, but the thing I will say about Kane, though, is he's not a real big guy. So I just wonder if the wear and tear on his body isn't as bad. But that also could be the exact opposite because he's not a big guy. His wear and tear is really bad. So,
hey, Jeremiah, did you listen to Ed Jovanovski today on Kipper and Bourne?
No, I missed the show, man. I was trying to get caught up on Spit and Chiclet.
They called him Dr. Ed Jovanovski. It's okay if we do a checkup with you in 3 months from now. It was unbelievable how he explained the whole labrum and the hip resurfacing and all that shit going on and how it ended his career. And he was 38 when it happened, so it was easy for him to walk away. But holy fuck, did he ever explain the doctoral part of it, man? It was unbelievable.
Well, but here's the thing, Rico. Hey, Rick, just real quick. Vegas is on the power play. 13 minutes to go in the third. Thanks for asking about the wife. She's doing good. She's recovering from her surgery real good. She's on track to be walking around, moving pretty good. So thanks for asking. Aaron Rodgers with this Achilles surgery. It's going to be like 12 weeks if this guy comes back when he's supposed to. And it's just, they've just gotten so good at doing these surgeries now. When Jovo Cop got his surgery, it was just a different time. I think it, like now, it's, yeah, my wife didn't have hip resurfacing surgery, Andrew. It's something else. So what's up, boy? What's up? I follow you if I can be. We got somebody on the Twitch. I follow you if you can burp. Yeah, I can burp, but I'm not going to do it for you. But thanks for coming in and joining us. Appreciate you popping into NHL Nightly. We were just talking. Yeah, so Kane isn't a physical guy. It's not really part of his game. He's a winger. Backstrom's a center. Jovo Cop was a defenseman. We'll see. We'll see. And he only got the 1 year deal. I just think because we'll see what's going on there. I just think teams are reluctant because no one's ever done it in hockey. So I gotta have to go back and watch Real Kipper and Board. They're putting their YouTube videos out later in the evening so I can catch up to them later if I missed the live show. I wish they would just go live on YouTube. I don't understand. I told Kipper it makes no sense. All they're doing is eliminating an audience. I guess they want you to pay for Sportsnet Plus or something. I don't know how it works there in Canada.
I just listen to it on the Fan 590. I don't watch it. I just listen.
Yeah, that's what I do. I go to their website and just go to this Fan 590 and listen to it live. Yeah.
So, I just listen to it because it's mostly in my earbuds, and then I'm doing shit or I'm listening to it at work or something.
Yeah.
From whatever's left of my work. But.
Yeah, how's that going?
Fuck. We're 3/4 empty there right now. So.
Oh, so it's coming to an end here pretty soon.
Yeah. Yeah, they're in liquidation right now, and we're just selling everything off the floor. So it's we're doing the 20% off, 30% off, 40% off, and gradually going to 50% off, which is where we're at now. So yeah.
Okay.
And no products coming in to put on the floor to sell. So it's we can see the end.
Meanwhile, there's a warehouse full of something, right, where they could probably sell more stuff.
Well, I don't know. There's multiple locations around the city closer to the warehouse that are probably getting the last of it because we're up north of the city a little bit. So. Oh,
okay. You're out of town.
Yeah.
Yeah. Edmonton just about scored again 11 minutes ago in the third. Vegas got to get going here. I don't see Vegas coming back. Yeah. They just haven't scoring goals lately. And Edmonton's
Sorry, Beard. We need another goal.
You're fine. Somebody. Oh, you need one more goal?
Somebody. Just get the over 6.5 in this Vegas Edmonton game, and if Edmonton wins, we're styling in regulation.
Yeah. Oilers empty netter would be fine.
Well, they're going on the power play again.
Oh, God.
So that's probably a goal.
Could be.
That's probably a goal. This Arizona Tampa game isn't going over 6.5. That was Cameron's best bet tonight too.
No. I think he's lost 5 best bets.
This is killing Vegas. They're 0 for 5 on the power play tonight. If they just score 2 goals, they're in this game. And Edmonton's 1 for 3. So if Edmonton scores, they'll be 50% on the night, which is about par for the course with Edmonton. Edmonton has a lot of takeaways tonight, though, and Golden Knights have a lot of giveaways. That's not part of their game. The Golden Knights have a lot of blocked shots. Hits are about even. So
they're just tired. It's been a long road Just
Oh,
like,
Western
bad.
Conference road trips are flipping brutal.
Well, they were in the Eastern Conference, came home for one game, and then had to play this Calgary and Edmonton back to back. Like, it's crazy.
I try to catch 32 thoughts from time to time, Andrew. I understand. The problem with that, they don't really put out any information. Like, I've never learned anything that I haven't already read or saw somewhere else. Elliot Friedman is the best regurgitator of information he gets from other people. And he doesn't credit them, which I kind of think is lowbrow, but whatever.
You're right. They do take information and they discuss it, right? So it's nothing that they're really breaking on the show or anything.
No, they're not breaking anything on that.
He's getting paid by Sportsnet, who all the insiders. So all the insiders go to him, and they're paid by Sportsnet. So he doesn't need to say who because it's
no, he does need to say who. Mike Russo doesn't work for Sportsnet. Frank Saravelli doesn't work for Sportsnet. That's journalism 101. If somebody has it before you, you credit them. That's just how it is.
And Mike Russo do that. I love Mike Russo.
Mike Russo works for the Athletic. He covers the Minnesota Wild. He's the guy that broke the Dean Evason story. So when I see per Elliot Friedman, I'm always like, okay, yeah, except for it was per Mike Russo.
Sportsnet's not going to allow him to promote those guys.
No, it's not promoting him. It's where the information came from, where the story broke.
Right. That's promoting.
That's not promoting. That's just called journalism 101. It's not promoting. Now I get it. You have 140 characters in Twitter, so it was harder to say. But yeah, I don't know. I just think it's a scumbag move. If it's Chris Johnson from TSN, it's Chris Johnson. If it's Bob McKenzie, it's Bob McKenzie. You give whoever credit. So the only other insider that really works for Sportsnet now, if you don't count Kyprios, because Kyprios is like, I did hear him yesterday go, my friends need to stop DMing me. I do not know what's going on in Chicago. I have no idea. And then Justin Bourne's like, I don't know either, because the only reason I know is because of Kipper. So yeah, Rick, Boston has been playing bad. They've lost 3 of the last 4. I just think they're finally coming back down to earth. They got a little bit of injuries too, but like that team was not going to go on in a run like they did last year. There's just no way. You just at some point you're going to miss Bergeron and Krejci. And I get Matt Poitras, 19-year-old kid. Teams are figuring out how to play his game, and I know he had a goal in the last game, but yeah, but they're still going to have no problems making the playoffs because they have the best goaltending tandem in the NHL probably right now, and Ullmark and Swayman. So, dude, I'm impressed with the Yotes tonight. This is a big win. Boy, that's the thing with Tampa. They just can't string a bunch of wins together. So let's check. I'll give you a final score update here. I gotta go to this Vancouver Edmonton game, or Vancouver Anaheim. Good God. So Kuzmenko out there for them. 7 minutes to go left in that game. Oh, that's in the second. My bad. That game's in the second. We probably won't go much longer here. I guess we could hang out till the end of the Edmonton Golden Knights game, which is about 8 minutes left, and then we'll call it. So, yeah, Leafs haven't been real consistent either, Rick. I think really honestly, like tonight, that Leafs team should have jumped all over that Florida team in the first, coming off a back-to-back, a pretty physical game against Ottawa, and they looked really poor in the first period. And I think their wall kept them in the game. Honestly, if he allows one more goal, obviously they lose the game. So really got to credit Justin Wall for being a brick wall for them tonight in net. I really thought Toronto got really lucky. They walked away with an extra point in that game. So
I'm pretty pissed about that.
Yeah,
it's like I heard the goal and I was like, oh, good, I got it. And then I come back to get on with you, and I'm like,
Yeah,
Toronto?
I honestly think if it happens any other city, they don't review it. It was really close. I mean, I get it was hit twice, but I was like, if that was in Florida and the Leafs got the extra tap, I don't think they review the goal. So anyway, it is what it is. It's another point for the Leafs they probably didn't deserve, but I mean, Florida ultimately had 39 shots on goal in that game. You got to give Wall a lot of credit. He kept them in the game. I just think with that offensive talent up front, and Florida's not getting a ton from Matthew Tkachuk right now, you got to be able to break through. And Sheldon Keefe, like, you have last change. Like, what are you doing running Marner and Matthews up against Barkov every time? Like, get them away from their top guys. What happened to that? I don't give a shit what the analytics say. If you put top line players out against third and fourth line guys, you're going to have a chance to score more points. It's just the way it is.
No, the analytics do say that you for sure you want to be up against the third or fourth.
Why does he not do that? It feels like it's not a part of their game. Rico, makes some sense. You're the Leafs fan.
He's a horrible coach. He's a terrible matchup coach. He doesn't motivate his players well. I mean,
he doesn't come down on his. Have you noticed too? He never holds the top guys accountable. He always rips the middle line guy.
You're right. Like even tonight, even the broadcast showed Maurice showing him ripping his guys, you bunch of pussies, back on March 29th. Remember that whole scheme about ripping the Florida Panthers, and then they showed Keefe tonight just ripping the Leafs bench, but then they showed him right behind Bertuzzi's face, like ripping him. But you are right, Beard, that he does not rip his top guys. When's the last time you've seen him in front of a camera ripping Matthews, even on the bench in mid-game or?
No, Marner, he's like giving him a neck massage.
Tavares or anybody like that. No, he does not get in front of his top guys. And the fucking Toronto Maple Leafs have the most goddamn bench minors in the league this year. Seems like every second game they have too many men on the ice penalty. It's like, get off.
That was last year too. They had that last year too. Yeah, I agree. I don't think like Pearlo does that he's the worst coach in the NHL, but I know hot take. He's not in here, but like I know he would have been fine with him going. Like I think he feels like it was a coaching change was necessary there.
Vegas just scored.
Oh, did they?
Okay, perfect. We got the over.
Right? You got the over.
But you got to remember, this is the Oilers. We also need.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We need the Oilers in regulation.
Right.
Well, that could happen.
I don't need it in
final. Big win for the Arizona Coyotes tonight.
What a goal, dude! That's a should have had it there by Skinner too. Boy, he sure lets in one or two a game that he probably should stop.
So Edmonton needs to go goalie shot.
This is a big game, dude. This is a big game for Vegas. If they come back and win this, ooh, man, this would be
surprised. We're talking
I
about
so
Edmonton's
hope this happens. I so
We're
hope
talking about
happens.
Edmonton's defense here. There's a really good chance.
Ben Hutton from the point, like, come on.
Yeah.
Top of the circle, but yeah.
Yeah, still, man, it wasn't a slap shot.
No, I mean, he was screened a little bit. I'd give him a little bit of a pass there. But, like, Kulak's defense was just, like, pinning his guy to the boards. So, like, he thought he was doing his job. I don't know, man. Like,
fuck.
Yeah, to me, if you're getting a lot of too many men on the ice penalties, too, it means you don't have really – sorry, Rico. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. Go ahead, man.
I was just saying, it feels like you don't have very good control of your bench.
Fuck.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's
Who's
my
the worst coach in the league than Sheldon Keefe? Who's the worst? Who's worse?
Well, I don't know if I'm sold on that guy from Columbus, Pascal.
No, he's got them turned around a little bit now, Vincent.
Yeah, they're winning a couple of games, so I don't know.
Well, throw DJ Smith in that pile too, maybe.
Yeah, DJ Smith does not look like he has a feel for what's going on with his team, man. And they are not playing good defensive hockey, which is makes no sense.
They never have been.
Well, last year they at least like played pretty good physical game. Like in the game against Florida yesterday, which I'm so glad I watched the entirety of the game because it was a great game for Florida. Florida just looks so good. Like, and now they got Montour and Ekblad back, and it's like,
Dude,
I mean, I think they go far again in the playoffs, guys. Like, and like if Bobrovsky's out, they bring Spencer Knight up, and they're getting some pretty good. Who was in net for them tonight? Stolar's playing good hockey too, man. Like I don't know, man. Like the Leafs really did nothing in that game. No. And I think Toronto today was their 9th extra time game. How many games have they played? Let me look at these standings. Half their games have gone to overtime. So, and they're a skilled team, but like they're getting lucky. They're getting points.
Yeah, and then
that was Florida's first
Ottawa is thank God Brady Tkachuk fell in the draft to Ottawa.
Yeah, they're lucky.
They're fucking lucky they got Brady
Stützle too, man. If they do that draft over, he probably goes number 1 overall in that draft, right?
Mm-hmm.
4 minutes to go in the Edmonton game. 4-3. Boy, oh, whoa, shoot. Still 1-1 in that Vancouver game, but that game's going to go a while longer. That's like we got a whole nother period to that game. Vancouver wearing the blacks a lot this year, dude. Like, I like it. I hope they go back to those jerseys permanently. At least the black. I like the black ones. The white ones. Oh, Vancouver just about scored.
What's that?
Oh, see it. Yeah, well, we won't keep the stream much longer anyway. 3 minutes left to go in this Edmonton game. Oh, Edmonton just about scored on a 2-on. McDavid and Nugent Hopkins. They had enough defense back, though. Yeah, McDavid looks like he's moving a little bit better, too. Whatever. Like I told you, though, man, like if he's out or he's not healthy, they're a different team. Yeah, Andrew, I got the Edmonton and the Vegas one that. Ooh, Carrier.
2 minutes left, man. 2 minutes left. You think the
you got 2 minutes? You need Edmonton to win, right? You and Rico both need Edmonton to win.
I don't need them in regulation. No, they can't do it. Vegas tied it up.
Oh, Vegas just tied it up?
No. Doesn't surprise me.
You're a little bit ahead of me here, so oh my God, dude. Just like his own guy is screening him. Good God, dude. Oh my God. I told you I hope they come back. I know you have this one. I always ride with you guys and your bets, but I hope they come back and win this game in reg.
Well, I don't think they're going to win a regulation. I can take Oilers money line.
Dude, what is Kulak doing? He is screening his own goalie. He's not moving Carrier at all. That was a nice deflection by Colasar, but we got to get Rico back in here. Oh, and Vegas tied it up, baby. Yeah. Eat a dick, Oilers.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you, Andrew. Edmonton does need this game. And they were up 4-2 in the third. And if they don't get a point out of this game, this is crippling. This is their season right here. They got to win this game. Edmonton has to win this game, and they need to win this game in regulation, honestly. Now they're buzzing like, it's game 7.
That's why I didn't take them in regulation, because I'm not going to trust the Oilers to hold a lead. Are you fucking kidding me? No.
Well, they can't get a stop from their goalie, man.
You fucking guys get your first goals of the goddamn year on you in the last fucking period of the game.
Dude, I mean, their goalies are sieves, bro. This is bad. Like I said, and they just don't play good defensive hockey, like 3/4 of the game.
But the funny thing is, the Oilers are 5th in the league in shot suppression. They give up the 5th least amount of shots in the NHL.
This is a fucking joke.
So
this is a fucking joke betting on the Oilers, man.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck.
Well, I took a money line. I'll probably still lose it.
Oh my god.
Probably still lose it.
Fuck.
Well,
Yeah, they blocked a fair amount of shots in this game. I was looking at the stats. The Oilers have 17 blocked shots in this game, but but Vegas has 21.
Oh, okay, 21.
Yeah.
So they both spent a lot of time in their own.
Honestly, I got to give the Oilers a big time credit tonight. They have a bunch of takeaways, and Vegas has a bunch of giveaways. So Vegas has been sloppy with the puck tonight. Probably not used to playing on this good of ice.
Bullshit, man. Going overtime. No fucking way.
Is it?
Yeah.
OT, Vegas. Vegas OT.
Wow.
Rick, you're still salty about the Florida game, huh? Edmonton doing good since they got the new head coach and assistant coach. They're great since they were. I thought Woodcroft he did deserve to be fired, man. I didn't think it had anything to do with their coach, and they're like, oh, you can't trade any players. Well, like what B-Lot said, like Brian Lawton said on Kipper and Bourne. The goalie that you could have gotten for free that you now want, they want a first-round pick for. But I'll tell you right now, if I'm Edmonton, I'm trading prospects and first-round picks. Like your window is now. You're trying to win now. You don't need to bring any younger. You need to trade Broberg. You need to trade whoever. You get a goalie in there. Like if there's I'll tell you right now, if I'm the Caps, who's the Edmonton's top prospect and a first round pick? I'll give him Darcy Kemper tomorrow. Here you go. Here's Darcy Kemper. Signed long term, won a Stanley Cup.
Who are you going to take back?
I told you.
You got to take back because the Oilers have no cap space.
No, I don't. I'm going to take shit back.
Well, they don't have any cap space, so we can't make that deal.
Yeah, Rick, I've heard that a couple of times. Yeah, I guess they probably have to figure out what they're doing there. Who do they got that's $5 million on that team? Let me look at their cap friendly.
Nobody. They're not giving you Nugent Hopkins.
Well, why not? That's a guy they should trade. No, they need goaltending more than they need Ryan Nugent Hopkins. I think
What I would do is I would go. If I were them, I would go after Lindgren.
Yeah, but Rick, Nashville's playing good, and Barry Trotz has said he's not trading Saros. So I ain't getting Saros. Get Cujo. Andrew says get Cujo. Yeah, Cujo would be good for them. Cujo did play for Edmonton back in the day.
Here we go, overtime.
Are they right up? They have $65,000 in cap space. So,
yeah, they're way. Yeah, totally. They're way up against cap. Yeah.
But they have their next 3 first-round picks. They have a second-round pick next year.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who's a big salary. So Campbell's buried in the minors, but Campbell only makes 3.8. I didn't realize. Yeah, that's not even that.
He makes 3.8 when you take the minors out. When he's up, he's 5. He's $5 million.
Oh, he makes less? Oh, okay.
Yeah, when he's in the minors, it's only 3.8
So
against.
Dylan Holloway's a guy that's injured for them, but he's rookie, right? He's on his last year of his entry-level deal. They're going to have to pay him even though he's an RFA. He's a guy I would consider trading if I was them. He's not playing right now anyway, so he's not doing them any good. And they don't need any offensive talent on that team. They need defense and goaltending. So Nurse is a guy maybe you move, maybe Chicago. You could get maybe Seth Jones or something. Maybe do a swap for $9 million.
It's making
What?
$10 million. Oh, Nurse for Jones?
Yeah.
No, that's not.
I don't think Chicago does that deal.
No.
Matthias Ekholm, you're not going to trade him. He makes $6 million.
No, I'm not trading him.
So Evander Kane, 5.125, they could live without him. Zach Hyman, 5.5, but he's got Hyman would be a tough contract to move because honestly, he'll be 32 and he's got 4 years left on. He's got 4 years left, including not counting this year. So 5 if you count this year. So
Vegas has possession now. Frick. There's not much else there they can do.
Yo, Jackie Ace is in overtime, baby. Edmonton's 1-1 in overtime games. Well, let's go Jackie Aces. Or Marcia So.
Others have possession now.
What are you doing?
And they steal it right off his stick. My gosh.
Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is 5.125. He has a lot of years. His goes to 28-29.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of years left, and he's 30 years old.
Yeah.
So they'll have him till he's
35.
No,
Who's winning this OT, guys? Vegas or Edmonton? Who's winning?
I don't know. It's a coin flip, pretty much. From what I've seen, the Oilers.
Andrew Bouchane says, "How about Dumba?" Pearlo loves Dumba.
Horrible.
Dumba's one of his favorites. I don't know.
It's one of the worst defense.
I would just say I don't think Dumba would hurt being in their lineup, but
yeah, he would. No doubt about it.
You think they would be worse off, huh?
Yes. Absolutely.
You think Dumba's worse than Kulak or Cody Cece?
Yes. Overpaid, terrible defensively, and no offense. So what do we want that for?
Oh, 2-on-1. Marcia So on a 2-on-1. He kind of blew that pass.
Vegas has had possession almost this whole.
Yeah. No, I'm watching.
Overtime.
I'm watching. Yeah. I should give you guys a little bit of play-by-play, but you guys are a little bit ahead of me. So
David gives up possession. Okay, they luckily got it back. What is that stupid play? Oh my gosh. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing here.
Who, Vegas?
Why would you pass right up in between the 3 Vegas players in overtime? I don't understand.
What do you got? What much time do you have left, Pearlo?
1:20.
Okay, so you're only about 20 seconds ahead. Yeah, it's been mostly, other than McDavid kind of skating down and getting the puck and then kind of slinging it in the middle, it's really been.
But they're taking chances it's ridiculous. Like, get set up. You don't need to. They're not setting up. They're just giving it to McDavid and letting him skate to try to score.
Well, that's 3-on-3. That's what they're going to do. They're just going to use his speed.
Why don't you get it set up in the offensive zone and get a one-timer, do something? Yeah, just gave up possession again easily.
Rico, Andrew wants to know your thoughts.
On what?
I guess this game.
Oh, fuck. Just Vegas is hanging on and Edmonton's desperate for a win here.
I mean, they have won like 3 in a row. Edmonton has.
Yeah, I know, but they need this game more fucking Vegas does.
Oh, big time. Like I said, if Vegas came back and won this game, it would be crippling for Edmonton.
Yeah, it's going to a shootout.
You got a shootout? You got a shootout now?
18 seconds, 17, 16, 15, 14.
You're ahead of me. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm at like 22. Kane's shot went out of bounds, so
7. Yeah. 2 seconds.
We've been going almost 2 hours. This has been a long stream. Tomorrow we have 3 games. We'll preview those games here, and then we'll call it an evening.
Oh, Edmonton almost did it at the end there, but shootout it is.
Yeah. So tomorrow, Wednesday, we have 13. We have 3 games.
But
then
Rick Smith
Thursday,
is numbers like Reeves. Yeah, that's about great. Yeah. So,
3 games tomorrow.
yeah. Oh, okay. We're gonna do the 3 games.
We'll go ahead and preview the games while we're waiting for the shootout to end. Montreal at Columbus. I like what Columbus has been playing the last few games. I'm going to go with Columbus in that game.
Yeah,
Montreal's got some injuries and stuff, and they're just not playing great.
Yeah, Montreal's on a long road trip right now. They went to Anaheim, they went to San Jose, they went to LA, even though they got 3 days off. Maybe their legs will get a little tough time going again, but I don't mind taking Columbus or maybe even a draw there.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anybody listening right now, don't take these because it can change tomorrow. The only thing I don't like about Columbus is they just beat Boston. And now this lowly Montreal team comes in, and they could be just not taken seriously. But
My first thought was Montreal.
Okay, Detroit at New York. That's the game of the day. That's the TNT Max game. Detroit at New York. Going to be watching that game for sure.
Rangers.
Yeah, I like
no
the Red
Larkin.
Wings one.
With no Larkin in for the Red Wings, I probably got to go with the Rangers.
Dude, the Rangers just lost to the Buffalo Sabres at home.
That was a terrible
without Tage Thompson. So
I took Buffalo in that game, but that was a terrible spot for them. It was a terrible spot for the Rangers. Just like I said about what I said about Columbus, the same thing there. The Rangers just beat Boston, and then they got Buffalo coming in, and they just didn't take them seriously. That's all.
Yeah, I got my wife flipping me off over here because I didn't pick the Rangers. I just like the bump that the Red Wings are going to get from Patty Kane, and if he's in the lineup. Washington at Los Angeles, the last game of the night. I like Kings all day.
Wrong.
I like the Kings there too.
-1.5. You can get +127. Yeah, for sure. Kings plus. I love that play actually. Kings puck line. Yeah.
Nice goal.
The Oilers just won it.
Andrew likes Washington. Okay, Oilers winning a shootout. All right. Well, let's call that the game. There's still one game on tonight. That game is
Vancouver.
Yeah, Vancouver, Anaheim. It's still 1-1.
We're lucky to be tied with them. Oh, sorry, it's not over yet. Vegas has one more shot here. If they don't score,
because they scored on both their attempts. Yeah. Good job, Logan Thompson.
Hit the post, so the Oilers win.
Holy shit! That Marcia show shot was like 2 feet wide.
Yeah.
Well, at
but
least they got Edmonton money line anyways. That was good. Well, guys, that was fun, man.
Yeah, man.
all right,
Nice
we'll
to
see you
meet
boys
everybody
tomorrow.
in the chat too.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for coming out, everybody. Appreciate you. Everybody have a good night. We'll talk to you tomorrow with 3 games on, and then Thursday 14 games, and then Friday 2. We always go with like either way too many games or no games hardly at all. But we'll be back. We'll be back the rest of the week through Friday. So thanks for being with us. Peace.